I noticed one of the things on the graphic,
Yeah,
supporter
I've
of
seen
Doors of Change. We had some of the folks from them on the show as a
that.
guest. Tell us a little about them and your involvement. It's a great organization.
It is. Jeffrey Sitkoff, he
Yeah.
created this wonderful organization out of Southern California, close to San Diego, but they really take care of the whole Southern California coast. Young homeless, people who are homeless, who are, not quite 20. There's an enormous population of people who, for one reason or another, have found themselves on the street. I would say about 85, 90% of them are because they came out to their folks and said, I'm gay, or I'm bi, or whatever, and their folks kicked them out. Didn't care that they are now starving on the street. Don't care. They think that by doing that, somehow they will shock them into changing. It's not like an addict where you do tough love and you can't come into my house as long as you're doing drugs. It's not the same thing, people. And so these kids have it really, really rough. And if you don't get to them in the first couple of years, they could be in that situation majority of their life and die on the street. So Jeffrey started this wonderful organization called Doors of Change, and we have one mutual friend, Harlan Bowl, who is a
Oh,
do
yeah.
you know Harlan? You know
Sure.
Harlan.
Absolutely.
He's a
Yeah.
public relations manager,
You sent
agent.
a lot of wonderful folks our way. Yeah.
Wonderful. He's
That's great.
connected with only great people. And he called me and he said, I do some pro bono work for this organization called Doors of Change. And he sent me a couple of links, so I can look at what they do. And he said, they need a spokesperson. They need somebody who is passionate about the subject so that they can get people to listen. And you know how it is. If you have a celeb or somebody and you say, well, I can bring you Lucie Arnaz or whatever, they'll say okay to the interview. Otherwise, they might not have talked to Jeffrey himself because he's just Jeffrey, So I was happy to use my name in that way. And I educated myself about the organization and have met with them several times. And we've done a ton of press for it. And I think it's helping. They've raised so much money to do good in the last few years. And the most important thing is that they've 300 people off the streets this year, and actually got better during the pandemic, even though they couldn't do what they normally do. The thing that attracted me mostly to it was that they got to these kids by offering them arts and music.
Mm.
Want to come learn how to play a guitar? Want to go to an art class? Doesn't cost you anything. If you want to, come down and we'll give you a sandwich and you can do that. And then they found out while they're there, and once the kids started to trust them, that they didn't want anything from them, they really meant they were just going to give them arts and stuff, the kids would open up and they'd say, what I really need? I need a computer, or I need a driver's license, or whatever. And they help them get it. Okay, let's go get that for you. And that's what they do. They really take care of these homeless youth. So I'm very, very happy to be associated with that.
That is so fantastic.
Doorsofchange.com.
It's a great name. The homeless problem is extraordinary all across the country.
It is. It's extraordinary. It's very bad here in Palm Springs because we have nice weather, and it's more comfortable than being homeless, in Utah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, I'm very aware of it, and every time I can do something that I think will make a difference, I try to do that.